let's look at this in general terms. Okay. We've had several instances recently where very, very, very reputable companies have fallen victim to ransomware. The attacks, in all probability, have not been perpetrated by highly sophisticated adversaries.
Okay, there's more chances basically then.
Well, yeah, kids, opportunists, people buying the tool sets from dark websites.
Okay.
So we have a situation, self-evidently, where, let's say, for the sake of the argument, a bunch of kids have perpetrated demonstrably successful attacks with considerable financial gain against a growing number of high-profile targets. Each of those systems belong to a highly reputable organization. Each of those systems will have employed cybersecurity professionals. Each of those systems, one assumes, will have been through whatever certification, cybersecurity essentials plus whatever, and maybe, whatever else.
Yeah.
How has it come to pass that these systems have been breached? How can you be notionally compliant with quote-unquote best practice? How can you be quote-unquote accredited, perhaps in this case with a small a? How can you have ticked all of those industry standard boxes and yet fall victim to an attack perpetrated by a bunch of kids? Not once,
multiple times,
but several instances of this. Something is deeply wrong at the fundamental level. Now, if the answer is, it comes in through the human factor and it's blah, blah, blah. Okay. Well, that tells me that neither you nor the orthodoxies that we've practiced have understood the nature of the systems that we're dealing with properly. Because if you think, this goes back to your point about the cyber, and this goes back to this cultural change thing, if you think that the system you're protecting is reducible to the tin and wire and the software and the binaries, you demonstrably do not understand the system you're protecting. If you think that the humans sit over here, and if the humans aren't part of the design of your security architecture, secure by design, if you're not factoring the human behaviors in, if you're not factoring in the ways in which your adversary might attempt to breach your system through the human component, well, then you haven't secured your system, have you? Because you don't understand your system. So there are multiple cultural changes here.
Okay.
And it would be a mistake to underestimate them. But by the same token, take the examples that you've just given.